Welcome to my 6th ever music update. Here we go again. I just had one of these. Well, you know what? Here's another. I have a bunch of CDs to show you guys that I'm really excited about having. 2 of them are motion picture soundtracks. The rest are all death metal. The first one I got is a motion picture soundtrack for Annabelle Creation. It's not the best soundtrack, but I really wanted to give it another listen to, and I figured buying it would be the best thing to do. This is by Benjamin Wallfisch, whose music I really do enjoy. He did compose it, and another upcoming one in this update. But Annabelle Creation, decent movie. Not the best in the Conjuring universe, but certainly not the worst. Next up I have Cannibal Corpse's Bloodthirst. This is a nice, action-packed cover, isn't it? It's like all sci-fi and gore-soaked. This is their 7th album, and this is when George Fisher was in the band, and he still is. He replaced Chris Barnes in '95, and released their first album, Vile, in '96, so this is the 3rd one with George Fisher. Next up I got Immolations, Hereinafter. This is the 2nd album from Immolation, arguably one of their best. This came out 5 years after the first, so it was a big gap, but great music takes time to make. I love this album. Some of the really good ones are Christ's Cage and I Feel Nothing, Nailed to Gold. It's a great album. Speaking of Immolation, I also have Immolation's Close to a World Below. This is considered their best album. I'm still not really sold on it. I love the album, don't get me wrong. This is their 4th album. It came out in 2000. I have their 1st and 3rd album, as well as their 10th. I have half of their albums now. I love this band. It's one of the best death metal bands out there. Then I have Incantation, and their 1st album, Onward to Golgotha. This is another satanic death metal band, much like Immolation, and they're quite similar with the vocals and guitar riffs and stuff, but I think that this is a solid album. They have, I think, 10 albums as well. They came out around at the same time as Immolation. Immolation's first album was 91, this one was 92. I wonder if there's any friendly competition going on between these two. They both start with an I and end with an N, so... Then I have another motion picture soundtrack by Benjamin Wallfisch. Lights Out. Keep the lights out. I loved this movie. It's from the director of Annabelle Creation, and this movie was just a lot of fun and scares, and I just enjoyed the hell out of it. The music was good, too. Next up I have Repulsion's Horrified. This is an album, I believe, from 1989. And it's a grindcore, gory death metal band. And I've always loved this album. I've loved it since high school. This and Terrorizer are on a par for me, and Repulsion is just a great band. And last but not least, some of you love them, some of you are meh, some of you hate them. 6 Feet Under and their 1st album, Haunted. Now, say what you will about 6 Feet Under, but their early works are the best. They've got a bad reputation as being one of the worst death metal bands out there that is still consistently getting work. They have 16 albums. They started working in 1995. That's insane. I do enjoy quite a bit of their songs. I don't hate them, but I do agree there are better bands out there. So that is it. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 albums I got in the matter of a day or two. I ordered all these, so they came in after. That's why I did it in the last video, so out of nowhere. And I promise to have my review for Stakeland 2 as soon as possible. As it is, Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below, leave comments, and subscribe.